Hi, everybody, and welcome into ClemsonTigers.com. Don Munson along with head basketball coach Brad Brownell. Season getting ready to get kicked off. First, let's talk about the Rock the John event on October 31st in Little John.
8 o'clock, really looking forward to it. The only thing I'm looking forward to more is the practice at 5, but it should be a lot of fun. You know, we'll do some dunking, we'll do some three-point shooting contests with students and our players and the women's team, and then I'm sure there'll be a couple skits, and we'll do a little scrimmaging, and should be a great night. Kicks off the beginning of basketball season, and optimistic we'll have a good crowd.
Let's talk about individual workouts. Obviously, that has been going on. I've slipped over there and taken in a few, and a lot of different things going on with this ball club. A lot of learning going on there.
Yeah, there really is. And, individual workouts to me are just that. They're individual. And we've worked really hard. Our staff's done a good job of trying to analyze what guys need to improve upon and spend a lot of time on the fundamentals, ball handling, shooting, passing. Beginning here recently to start incorporating a little bit of our offensive and defensive philosophies, but trying to make our guys better overall basketball players. So we've done a lot of individual work. We haven't brought the whole team together at all yet. You're allowed to do that starting September 15th, but I'm just a big believer that you got to make guys better basketball players first. If you're a better basketball player, your system will be better. So we've done a lot with that, and hopefully it'll mean that when we get here on October 15th, our guys are also even more excited to come together as a team and start practice.
All right, so what are some of the early goals once we get to October 15th and say maybe the first 15 days? What are some of those goals?
Get our guys to understand how we want to play in terms of how hard on the defensive end and how much we rely on each other as a team. Team offense, team defense. You know, offensively we got to learn to share the basketball, be unselfish, screen for each other. Probably a lot more movement and screening than has been in the past. And so that'll take some time. And then also get used to what my expectations are in terms of effort and attitude. And I think we should be good with both of those at the beginning, and hopefully that will continue.
Let me ask you just a question about recruiting. We can't talk about individuals,
right,
but are you pleased with the response so far that you've seen from the guys out there that are interested in Clemson basketball?
We are, and it's probably the most difficult part of the job initially when you take over as a coach, because you're a couple years behind everybody. Guys have been recruited since their freshman, sophomore years, and you take over and have to start on a clean slate, and you're really playing catch-up, especially your first couple of classes. But I do think the kind of kids that we've been able to analyze and find and get to know are excited about what we talk about with Clemson, and understand that the opportunity to play in the ACC and play at a program that's been to 3 straight NCAA tournaments is an exciting one. And so we've been very good in terms of being meeting people that for the first time and then being optimistic about our situation. I think it's even better when we can get them to come to campus, and that's been our true challenge, is to get as many people on campus as possible, and we've been doing a pretty good job of that here with football season starting.
All right, so there you go, some thoughts from Brad Brownell. How often do you get to talk to a basketball coach on a Chamber of Commerce day on a golf course, no less? So thanks for being with us here on ClemsonTigers.com.